morning everyone and happy Bookmas Day 10. Today we are going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. So it is about 9:45 in the morning. I'm getting kind of a later start to the day than I had been hoping to, but I do have a lot of fun stuff planned for today. Lots of fun reading, and of course I have my coffee in hand because how else would I survive, honestly? So over the course of the next 24 hours, I'm going to be trying to read as many books as I can. They are all Christmas themed, and I am going to be kind of relaxed about it because I don't want to get stressed out. I want this to be fun. It's not exactly the best day to do it because it's actually very rainy out. It's just super disgusting, but I still think we can have a fun and festive day today. So I have a stack of 3 books here that I am hoping to read today. These are actually the last few Christmassy books that I have on my TBR. So if I end up getting through them, or I'm kind of close to, I might end up going to the bookstore and picking up some others because I'm gonna need more. Christmas is still a little ways away. But my first Christmassy read is 10 Blind Dates by Elston. I started this morning and I've gotten 20 pages into it, so it's a very fast read because I feel like I wasn't reading for that long, or maybe it just feels like a fast read. Either way, perfect for today. This is about the main character, Sophie. She has very overprotective parents, but she ends up convincing them somehow to let her stay behind and stay at her grandparents' house while they go and stay with her pregnant sister over the course of the holidays. Sophie's really excited because it's her senior year and she wants to spend the holidays with her boyfriend. She hardly gets any time alone with him, so she's looking forward to that quality time, but then they end up breaking up, which is very surprising to her. And when she goes to her grandparents, she has a big extended family and they all end up planning these 10 blind dates for her. I think this is going to be so much fun. I'm really excited to get into it. The concept just sounds adorable, so my expectations are pretty high, admittedly. I also have a really huge extended family. I have a ton of cousins, and my cousins have kids, and that's on both sides of the family, so definitely relatable for me. So while I'm physically reading this, I also am listening to the audiobook for The 12 Days of Dash and Lily by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. I read Dash and Lily's Book of Dares for this readathon that I did last year, and I loved it way more than I was expecting to, so I'm hoping that I will also enjoy this one. Super short, so perfect for today. But in this story, Lily's grandfather has just suffered from a heart attack, so she hasn't been in the mood to celebrate the holidays, and there are 12 days left until Christmas, so her brother ends up reaching out to Dash for them to plan to get her into the Christmas spirit over the course of the 12 days of Christmas, which usually come after Christmas, I know, but in this case, they're coming before. Actually, right when I started this, I noticed that the narrator for Dash is from the Illuminae Files audiobooks. I recognize his voice instantly. It's from the part where it's surveillance logs. That's what it is. So that's interesting. And the final book that I have here is 25 Days Till Christmas by Poppy Alexander. I'm not sure if I will physically read this or listen to the audiobook, maybe a little bit of both, but this is going to be a sadder Christmas story for sure. It's an adult romance, but romance isn't really mentioned in the synopsis all that much. It mostly focuses on the fact that this is about the main character, Kate, and she used to love Christmas. It used to be her favorite time of year until her husband left for the war and never came back. But this year she is determined to bring the Christmas spirit back into their home for the sake of her son, so she creates this advent calendar for him. So I think I have a pretty good mix of festive reads here, and I'm definitely excited to get into reading. I do have some wrapping to do, so I think I'm going to do that while I'm still in my pajamas because wrapping while feeling cozy just sounds like it's going to be a great time. It's actually 10 in the morning right now, so I'm going to do some wrapping and listen to my audiobook while I do that. So I'm all set up to wrap. Of course, we have cats who are trying to help. Oh goodness. But we've got tons of paper, tons of ribbons and bows and all of that stuff. And I also have my audiobook ready to go, so time to start wrapping. Wrapping. I am just about finishing up, but I do still have a little bit. Lucy has been so helpful in this process, just so helpful. And by helpful, I mean she's literally just chewing ribbons and knocking stuff down, but it's fine. Look at how cute she is. But I did want to give you guys a little update on my feelings so far for the 12 Days of Dash and Lily. So I've been listening to it this whole time and I am on chapter 6 of 15. I don't have that much left in the audiobook. It's a very quick listen, which is nice, but it's definitely not what I was expecting. it's kind of not that enjoyable so far. Like, I don't know. I am hesitant to say. I kind of want to give it time, but so far it just really isn't what I was expecting. I think I was expecting more of Dash and Lily together, more kind of Christmas adventures between the two of them, bringing that Christmas spirit, but that's not exactly what's happening. It's a lot of them apart, and it kind of feels like it's undoing what it did in the first book, so that's a little bit frustrating, but I am going to give it time because I don't want to say that I'm not enjoying it. I just am kind of meh about it so far, but not so much where I want to DNF it. It's short, so I am going to see it through and listen to the rest of it while I finish up wrapping. And now the fun part is going to be cleaning all of this up. Right, Lucy? Are you gonna help? No, you helped make it a mess. So I'm just sitting down on my bathroom floor to put on my makeup for the day. I'm listening to this audiobook, hoping I will be done with it. I'm definitely not liking it, but I'm so close to the end and I want to finish it just because of the readathon, or else I would DNF it. But since it is the readathon, I want to power through and finish it, but I am eager to be done with it. We just found out that Dash's dad is Canadian, so we're talking about Canada right now. So that made me feel the need to update, but yeah, I don't think I have very much left in the audiobook. I'm on chapter 10 of 15. So hopefully by the time I have a face on, I will have powered through this book and will be able to move on to the next thing. So I finished my first book for the readathon, which is really exciting. It is about 1 p.m. right now, and I finished 12 Days of Dash and Lily, and the ending did redeem it a little bit, but I do think that my rating still falls around a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I don't think it was bad. I think it just wasn't what I was expecting, but I did find a lot of Lily's struggles in this book relatable. She's kind of struggling with the fact that everything is changing and what's going to happen with Christmas because it's her favorite time of year, and I totally get that because everything has been changing in recent years in my life too, and it's been kind of hard around Christmas because everything is so different, and like especially this year it's going to be, and next year, and yeah, I get stressed about that. But I liked what was said about that, and I liked parts of the relationship struggles that were happening in this, mainly the fact that it was a matter of communication and that was addressed. I didn't like the fact though that communication was the main issue, and it was kind of frustrating. I think it was a solid Christmas read, and I'm not mad for having read it, but yeah, I have kind of mediocre feelings on it. But now I'm going to move on to the audiobook for 25 Days Till Christmas, and I'm going to listen to that a little bit because I have some other things that I had wanted to do. I wanted to take some Instagram photos that I need to take for Bookmas, so I'm going to listen to the audiobook while I'm doing that, start my listen, and then I'm going to actually sit down and physically read 10 Blind Dates because I really want to get further into that one. But right now I'm just chilling with little Ella, who is so sweet and sleepy. What a sleepy girl. She's so happy to be here. But it's time to do some other kind of productive things before I can just read, and that will be the rest of my day. So I started listening to 25 Days Till Christmas, and it's giving me One Day in December vibes, and I think it's because it's British, which is so stupid. But there's also like a friendship that kind of reminds me of the friendship between the two characters in One Day in December, so I feel like it's kind of justified. But I am going to continue with the audiobook for that one because since it's set in England, I like listening to narrators that have the accent. It just brings me into the story more. But I did want to show you guys really quickly, the Christmas decorations around my house because we put them up yesterday, so I thought you guys might want to see it. Look at this little orange ball of fluff. He's so asleep. So asleep. And this little black and orange ball of fluff. Ooh, big stretches. Look at those toes. So that was the Christmas decor around my house. Also the cats. I feel like it's not a vlog if you don't see all the cats. I mean, sometimes you don't. But if you've seen some of them, I feel like I should show you all of them. But I bought a donut because look at Tim Hortons has these reindeer donuts and they're so cute. It's literally just a chocolate dipped donut with a Timbit in the middle, but like it's adorable. So I'm going to eat this donut and start reading 10 Blind Dates. Not start, but get further into it. This thing looks deeply terrifying, not nearly as aesthetic once you eat its nose. It's so funny. Heading out. I have a couple of errands to run and then I'm going to continue vlogging from my boyfriend's house. I'm going there to make food, but I'm going to stop at the bookstore on the way because I thought that might be fun. I don't know if I'm actually going to get anything, but I still thought it would be fun to bring you guys along so we can say bye to the cats now. Bye, Ella. Does not care. Bye, Jackson, who is still fast asleep, and bye, kittens, who aren't really kittens anymore, but I still call them kittens, and they are taking up residence in this chair together. Looks very squishy. So I'm in my car, obviously. I'm not driving, obviously. But I did want to give you guys a little bit of an update. So I read only a little bit more of the 10 Blind Dates. There are so many books that I'm reading. All of them have numbers. It's very confusing and I keep on mixing them up. But 10 Blind Dates, I read like 10 pages more. I'm going to read definitely more tonight. I listened to some more of 25 Days till, not December, I always wanted to say December, till Christmas. Wow, I am having major struggles right now, but I'm going to listen to some more of that while I drive, so I'm gonna plug in my phone and have my audiobook playing. But it definitely is actually reminding me of One Day in December, not only because it's British, but also because it's kind of like a, they see each other, but they never talk, so sort of like a love at first sight thing, but not quite. But it's very sad and heartbreaking so far, so I'm looking forward to it getting heartwarming more so. But let's head to the bookstore.
20 days till Christmas.
So I'm leaving the bookstore. I didn't actually buy anything. I didn't need anything, and I more so want to look online because I think it might be a little bit cheaper. So I'm going to take a look online, see if they have any Christmas books that I would like. I didn't really see anything in store, but there might be some more online. So now I'm going to head to my boyfriend's house. So I'm at my boyfriend's house now, and I have just been sitting here and reading this. I finally gotten to the first date. I mean, I haven't gotten to the actual date part yet, but I have gotten to that chapter. But I'm liking the family dynamic and that is the focus of this book. That has been a lot of fun, even though I'm only, I'm 50 pages into it. Wow, this book is really flying by because I sit down for like 15 minutes and I get super far into it, so that's awesome. I feel like I definitely should be able to finish this today actually, which is exciting. And as far as 25 Days till Christmas goes, I think I might actually be able to finish that one as well. I stopped and got myself a peppermint mocha on the way here, so I do have some fuel to kind of get my second wind because I was feeling a little bit tired, but I do want to keep reading and keep at it. I am meeting my mom a little bit later. We're picking up some stocking stuffers and doing some Christmas shopping. That shouldn't take too long, and my boyfriend and I are going to the gym now. But other than that, I'm free to read for the rest of the night. While I'm cooking dinner, I'm gonna listen to my audiobook. Lots of time to read. We are gonna smash this readathon out of the park. So I'm just about to start making dinner. I'm making, I think it was Dan noodles. I've never actually had those before, but the recipe looked good. I gotta check on my laptop because I had it pinned there. Let me see. It's from Half Baked Harvest, which is where I've been making a lot of recipes from. I have a lot of websites that I make different recipes from. I just use blogs, honestly. No, it was Thai drunken noodles. I got that so wrong. But yeah, I have everything prepped for that, so I'm going to make it and hopefully it won't take too long, but I'm going to listen to 25 Days till Christmas while I do that. I am much further actually in 10 Blind Dates. It is such a quick read. So I am on page 85. We've been through the first date, which was really cute. I'm loving the family dynamic. I know I said that already, but like truly when the grandpa was telling the story of how he met the grandma, I was like, oh my God, this is so heartwarming. But now I'm on the second date, which is super funny. It's at a middle school production of the nativity scene and she has to play Mary, and it's so great. That's not a spoiler, by the way. It's like in the synopsis and stuff. I want to see what the other dates are going to be after this one, but I am planning on reading this when I am done with making my food. Audiobook now, reading later. I should actually be able to get maybe all 3 books that I had wanted to done depending on how late I decide to stay up. So yay, fingers crossed I'll be able to do that. I prepped all my veggies last week, which is awesome, so it's already chopped. I was kind of experimenting with that this week to see if it would make recipe making a little bit easier. Doesn't look like anything has gone bad or anything, so that's good. So far, so good. So I'm just gonna gather the rest of my ingredients. I've got my chicken here, got my veggies, and then I don't know what else I need. Noodles, wow, duh. All right, we've got thick rice noodles here. Done. Now I need the sauce ingredients. So for the sauce, I need oyster sauce, fish sauce, honey, sesame oil, and garlic. Here's my garlic. I also have my basil pre-cut, and then I need soy sauce, and that's it. All right, and soy sauce, which I almost dropped because my hands were oily from the sesame oil. Yikes. So now it's time to get cooking. A lot of you guys have asked me to include more cooking in my reading vlogs, and I will for my weekly vlogs, but I feel like this vlog is already gonna be really long, so I'm gonna tune back in with you guys when I am done. Also, yes, I am going to put my hair up while I'm cooking because this mess, no, it would be irritating and unsanitary. Yummy, look at these noodles. Oh my God, I'm so excited to eat this. This looks so good. This looks so good. I'm so excited. I'm obsessed with noodles lately. I don't know why, but I've never had Thai drunken noodles before, so this will be the first time I ever have them. Also, I burnt my hand and it's like throbbing. Taste test time. This is like very slurpy and not the best thing to eat on camera, but it was really good. So I'm going to finish eating my dinner and listen to some more of my audiobook while I do that. Normally, this is when I watch Disney Plus lately, but I'm gonna listen to an audiobook today because that is my goal for the day, is to read. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely losing steam. I've had a pretty interesting night and I feel like, yeah, it's just been a lot. I don't want to talk about it. So I have been listening to 25 Days Till Christmas. I'm pretty far through it. I'm on chapter 17, I think, out of 29 in the audiobook, and I have mixed feelings on it, to be honest. Like, I'm not fond of some of the drama, or at least some of the like villain characters that there are. It's like a stay-at-home mom, and they're kind of like, unless I misinterpreted it, but it kind of seemed like they were like, oh, you're stay-at-home moms, they're like blah blah blah, which I don't really like. But I do enjoy the fact that there is disability representation and there's quite a bit of it. So I'm kind of flip-flopping back and forth between my feelings on that one. What was I trying to do? Oh, I was trying to find how far I am in the audiobook. Yeah, 17 of 29. So I have 5 hours left, but I listened to it at twice the speed, so I have about,
it's too far, he said.
2.5 or 3 hours left. So I'll probably do some listening to that a little bit later. Hopefully I'll be able to finish it, but honestly, I don't know, because like I kind of just want to sleep right now, and that's all I really want to do. But I am going to read some more of 10 Blind Dates. I just finished with the second date and I don't really have much else to do, so I'm going to get to reading some of this now, and hopefully I won't fall asleep, but we'll see. Listening to my audiobook, but I don't actually know where my phone is right now. But I wanted to show you guys some of my favorite ornaments on the tree that I have up at my boyfriend's house. I showed you guys like really quickly a kind of montage tour of it in a vlog that I did recently, but I wanted to talk about some of the ornaments because I think that's fun. So we have a couple of Jackson ornaments. This one is new this year. I also have my Alice ornament, which her foot is missing because it's so fragile. I was like hardly even holding it and her foot came off. I'm really sad about that, but I still love that ornament so much. There's actually like little Alice things all over the place here. But I also have this corgi, which is so cute, and also this little dachshund. I think he is adorable, and this little ceramic Christmas tree. I think my mom and I are actually going to go and make one, like a big full-size one, so that will be fun. And then I also have, I feel like this is like the on-brand corner. I have my Alice that I got when I went to Disney for the first time, and then I got a Tim Hortons cup. And over here I have one of my many Disney ornaments, and a lot of them I got on sale last year after Christmas, and they sing. So this is obviously Elsa, and yeah, let it go. I also have a little Tinkerbell, and then this Hedwig that I got last year when I went to go and visit Zoe. There's also Moana hiding back here, so she sings. And then what else do we have? So many fun things. I love ornaments. I got a mixer because I really want a KitchenAid mixer, and this is just like an ornament of it. This Queen of Hearts ornament that I got last year. I got a book stack. I have another wiener dog down there. He's a little felt one. There's this Eeyore ornament, which is so cute. I love him. We have more Alice in Wonderland things here. An Olaf. A Hogwarts ornament, which is very heavy and hard to show. There's another singing ornament here. So this is the Little Mermaid, obviously. I just realized that that could get me copyrighted. Hopefully not. Another Alice ornament, of course. This is the doorknob, and then there's a Peter Pan ornament back there. Nutcracker, little Santa dude. There's dogs on that one. There's a whale. There's a Queen of Hearts right back there doing croquet. I think that's really most of them. Like, I have a lot, so I think that was the most that I wanted to show you. I'm sorry this is out of focus, but it's bokeh, so fun. I need to find my phone so then I can listen to some more of my audiobook, but it's kind of fine that I can't find it right now because I do want to read some more of this. I am on page 121, so I am making good progress. We are on the 3rd date now, but I've kind of predicted what's going to happen. Like right when they introduced a certain character, I was like, and it's starting to happen, and I'm not mad about it. I'm on page 167 of this. Things are starting to kind of heat up a little bit. Things are happening that I was expecting to, and they're pretty much happening in the way that I was expecting them to. I've gotten through 4 of the dates. There's 6 to go, but it's a free day currently, and there's things happening. It's so hard to talk about these books without spoiling them, but I am starting to kind of fall asleep. I was sitting on the couch and just curled up in a blanket and feeling very relaxed, so I'm actually going to make some hot chocolate, have it in my little snowman mug here, and it's coffee crisp hot chocolate. It's not caffeinated, but I think it might kind of give me the boost to finish these 2 books that I have left. I don't know how much longer it's going to take. Hopefully not too much longer, but I definitely want to do it because I'm so close. I did want to unbox this package actually because I know what it is and I'm so excited for it. So I pre-ordered this a long time ago, and I don't know why it took forever for my pre-order to come in, but I finally have it and I cannot wait to read it, and that is Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. I'm so excited! So this is the sequel to Skyward, which I read last December and really loved. I might try and get to this month, but I'm not entirely sure if I will have the time. If not, definitely top priority for January. But if you haven't heard of Skyward, it is a sci-fi story. It deals with a girl who's in this flight school, and it's a planet that's constantly at war. It's just a solid story. Definitely recommend it. I know this isn't Christmassy or anything, but like I just wanted to unbox it, and I'm so excited to have it. Now, hot chocolate time. Hot, ooh, we got it. Hot, yeah, we got it. Hot, hey, we got it. Hot chocolate. That song is from the Polar Express, which we went to go and see one year for my birthday in theaters. I really don't like that movie, but solid song. I added some milk to my hot chocolate because I wanted it to not be so hot and also a little bit creamier, but I'm going to drink this and hope that it gives me the 3rd or 4th wind that I need. So the hot chocolate did help a little bit. I haven't put on my pajamas yet because I know if I put on my pajamas or got into bed, I'm gonna pass out immediately. But I have less than 100 pages left of this. I'm so close to the end. I feel like I know exactly what's going to happen in the end, and like I'm not mad about it. But the main reason why I'm reading this is for the family, to be honest. It's not even so much for the romance. Like, the romance is a little bit underdeveloped for my taste, but the family dynamic is just fantastic, like one of my favorite families that I have ever read, and there's so many members of it too, but like it's still really good. So since I only have 100 pages left, I'm gonna power through this and then I'm going to finish my audiobook because I'm determined to read these 3 books. I can do it. I know I said I was gonna sleep, but I really want to finish these. I finished it, yay. So I just finished this and I did really enjoy it. I am giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was a lot of fun. I do think there were certain parts that were rushed, particularly the dates. I feel like 10 may have been a little bit too many. They were over very quickly. Like they started and then they were done. But that did keep a good pace for the book. I do find that the romance was a little bit lackluster. It's one of my favorite tropes, which is childhood friends becoming lovers. Like I love that, but I don't think it was very well developed in this case. But like I said, what I was mainly reading this for was the family. I thought the family dynamic was excellent. I will say that a million times apparently, but honestly it was really good. It was a sweet family, and that made it a great Christmas read, was the fact that it was about family, because for me that's what Christmas is all about. But it also was really festive. There were a lot of festive moments. I did find it kind of skipped over Christmas. Like Christmas Day was prevalent, but I think I expected it to be more. I don't know. That's just me. So I'm happy to have finished my second book, and now I'm going to go and listen to my audiobook. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this because I'm so dang close to the end. I'm so close to finishing 3 books, and I will feel like mega accomplished if I can do that. My makeup is giving up, which is like very relatable. I've put on my pajamas because I'm really tired, but I am almost done with this, and I'm glad because I'm not really liking it. I'm really sad that like 2 of the books that I read today, I'm very meh about. My issue with this is there's a lot going on and it's kind of taking away from the story. And I think it's partially my fault because the synopsis doesn't lie to you. There's not a lot of romance mentioned in the synopsis. So I feel like I'm getting what I was sold, but at the same time I don't, because it is categorized as a romance, but the romance isn't really happening. It took a really long time for the 2 characters to come together, and mostly it's just kind of bringing me down. It's a depressing read. Obviously, I was kind of expecting that, but it deals with a lot of heavy topics that I wasn't expecting. It is about a widow, but the one character also is mourning the loss of his late sister, and like there's just a lot of things going on. Kate, the main character, just has a million enemies and the world is out to get her. And I would normally DNF at this point, to be honest, but for the sake of the readathon, once again, I am going to continue, and hopefully I will finish it soon, which actually I should. Like, I really don't have that much longer left in the audiobook, so yay! I finished my final book, so now it is the end of my 24-hour readathon. It was way more successful than I thought it was going to be, and while I didn't love all the books that I read, I still actually had a lot of fun doing it today, so I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it. But to wrap up what I read, so first I read the 12 Days of Dash and Lily by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. I actually listened to the audiobook, but I recommend just sticking with the first book, to be honest. The first book I loved a lot. It was told in a different format. It was in a letter format, and I think that helped me to distinguish between the 2 characters more, because here I kind of got them a little bit mixed up. They're both like, I don't want to say pretentious, but they're a little bit pretentious, and it just wasn't the happy, hopeful story I was kind of looking for. And with this one, I feel like that's what I was expecting, but that might be my own fault for misinterpreting the synopsis, but nonetheless, I'm happy I read it. Then I physically read 10 Blind Dates by Ashley Elston, which I really enjoyed, gave a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought this was a super fun Christmassy read. So if you're gonna read a Christmas book this year, I think that this would be a good one to go with. And finally, the book that I just finished is 25 Days Till December by Poppy Alexander. I listened to the audiobook for this one, and at first it was reminding me of One Day in December, and it did a little bit, but I kind of explained my issues with this earlier. I ended up giving it a 2.5 out of 5 stars, maybe a little bit closer to a 2. No, I think a 2.5 is solid. Like, it wasn't a bad book. It just took so long for the romance to get going, and I felt like the main relationship that was being focused on was between Kate and Jack, her son. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I felt kind of gypped because I feel like a romance should focus more so on the romance. So it's not the fact that it's depressing. Like, I understand that's kind of what I signed up for with it, and I should have known going in with the synopsis that that was going to be the main thing, but I think I was expecting depressing but then hopeful, and it took a really long time to get to that hopeful part, and the ending just kind of wrapped up really quickly and a little bit too neatly for what was happening throughout the book. It just felt like one thing after another, and you just kind of wanted like a happy, hopeful time, and it took a long time to get there. It was like a lot of effort. I am sitting way too close to this tree. I keep on hitting it, but oh well. So I hope you guys enjoyed Bookmas Day 10 and this little 24-hour readathon vlog. Like I said, I had a lot of fun doing it, so don't forget to click that subscribe button. I'm putting up 21 videos over the course of December, and I will have the playlist link down below so you guys can catch up on any that you may have missed. You can also follow me on all of my social media. All my handles and links and all that stuff are down below. So thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. I'm now going to go and pass right out.